Today, we're headed to the White House as the Biden administration picks and funds its hydrogen hub partners. But before we get into that, the EPA recently withdrew its plan to require states to assess the cybersecurity and integrity of public water system programs. While the agency says it continues to believe cybersecurity protective measures are essential for the public water industry, the decision was made after GOP-led states sued the agency for proposing the rule. In a memo that accompanied the new rules in March, the EPA said that cybersecurity attacks on water and wastewater systems have the potential to disable or contaminate the delivery of drinking water to consumers and other essential facilities like hospitals. Despite the EPA's willingness to provide training and technical support to help states and public water system organizations implement cybersecurity surveys, the move garnered opposition from both GOP state attorneys and trade groups. Republican state attorneys that were against the new proposed policies said that the call for new inspections could overwhelm state regulators. The attorney generals of Arkansas, Iowa, and Missouri all sued the EPA, claiming the agency had no authority to set these requirements. This led to the EPA's proposal being temporarily blocked back in June. While it's unclear if any cybersecurity regulations will be put in motion to protect the public moving forward, the EPA said it plans to continue working with the industry to lower cybersecurity risks to clean and safe water. It encourages all states to voluntarily review the cybersecurity of their water systems, noting that any proactive actions might curb the potential public health impacts if a hack were to take place. Ever since the highly publicized SolarWinds hack in 2020 that exposed government records and the 2021 Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack that temporarily shut down operations for the oil pipeline system, it's been abundantly clear that government entities and public agencies are hackable and prime targets for bad actors. The Biden administration has initiated a national strategy focused on public-private alliances to shift the burden of cybersecurity onto the organizations that are best positioned to reduce risks for all of us. For the latest on this story and more, head to Engadget.com. The Biden administration has selected the recipients of its funding for the 7 regional hydrogen hubs, or clean hydrogen producers. All regions will receive funds from a $7 billion investment made available through the bipartisan infrastructure law. The hubs are collectively expected to produce more than 3 million metric tons of clean hydrogen per year and help put the U.S. on track to produce 50 million metric tons of clean hydrogen fuel by 2050. The initiative is a crucial step towards achieving President Biden's goal of reaching net zero carbon emissions by 2050. But it is also expected to bolster the economy, creating thousands of jobs for the states involved in the project. Collectively, the hubs will create more than 300,000 direct jobs. The 7 hubs named include the Mid-Atlantic Hydrogen Hub, Appalachian Hydrogen Hub, the California Hydrogen Hub, the Gulf Coast Hydrogen Hub, Heartland Hydrogen Hub, Midwest Hydrogen Hub, and the Pacific Northwest Hydrogen Hub. Some regions that applied for the hub program together through the Department of Energy will require cross-state collaboration. For example, the Mid-Atlantic Hydrogen Hub is made up of Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey. The Biden administration said that it expects 2/3 of total project investments will be associated with green, electrolysis-based production. The hydrogen hubs are expected to eliminate 25 million metric tons of carbon dioxide emissions through its projects, which the Biden administration likens to the annual emissions of over 5.5 million gasoline-powered cars. The hubs will focus on offsetting and creating alternatives to heavy-duty transportation, chemical, steel, and cement manufacturing. This program is just one part of the Biden administration's efforts to slow climate change and make a lasting impact on the nation's carbon footprint. The White House has previously pushed similar initiatives, including an executive order that requires half of all new vehicles sold in 2030 to have some form of zero-emissions driving, and its plans to allocate billions in funding to decarbonize the country's power grid by 2035. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget contributors Lawrence Bach and Cheyenne McDonald and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.